All right, a lot of stuff going on in the shop today. Just gonna give you guys some updates. We're gonna talk about the E90 here in 1 second. Got some more wood stain for the siding. We're gonna do the siding in preparation for the HVAC. That should be here in a couple days. And the E90, I haven't driven anymore, but we had all the lights extinguished after replacing the oil filter. And you've probably seen that video. That's the last video we did in this car, and that was for Vanos codes, and it was just cutting power in general. Now, the time we got all that fixed, we started having IBS sensor problems, which is intelligent battery sensor, and I ended up replacing that, and that's located over here in the trunk. And it started throwing error codes for the water pump, like cutting power of the water pump and all that stuff. And that sits back here if you have an E90 or any BMW. And that was on the negative battery terminal and so forth. I'm going to show you here what that looks like. Jesus, come on. Get in there. We'll show you here what it looks like. I mean, close it that hard, but it is what it is. And that caused all kinds of issues. And we had to do some coating on it in the cast module to tell it which battery it had once they put the new one in it. And here's this module. Find some light in this place. We got some more lights to put up, they're just not in yet. So bear with us a little bit. So here's the module, or the IBS you might say. And you can see underneath here, underneath that block, the copper, that's actually a chip. And this registers the car, or tells the car what battery it has. It also tells you how long the battery's been in there, so on and so on. And I could tell the car how to charge the battery, right? So I took my Altel scanner a while back when I had this car and set this from AGM to lead acid. I flipped the screen out here. And the issue was, it said it programmed it, everything was good, no problem. Well, we just checked it with ISTA and it said it had the wrong battery. I'm sorry, when we went to code it, it said it had the AGM battery in it still and not the lead acid. Will this thing sit there? Well, that's sketchy. That's real sketchy. So we had to go ahead and tell it has a lead acid battery in it now, not an AGM, so it could charge correctly. And it's the same way, even if you have it already set to a lead acid and the lead acid is bigger or smaller, you still need to change it. You tell it if it's the lead acid, what cold cranking amps. If it's the AGM battery, you need to tell it what amp hour battery it is, and so on and so on. Now, that's all done. Finally, I gotta put some siding on, and then I could pull this thing out of here and we could take it for a little test run, but it's been doing good. That was the only kind of situation. And a lot of you guys ask me, which car am I gonna sell? I think the very first one that's gonna be sold is gonna be the lovely 530, because that's ready to go. We can't sell the E90 until we make 100% sure, it needs some miles put on it. Make 100% sure it's good to go, right? And we're not 100% sure, we're 90% sure at this point, right? The other E39 is still in the lower shop. That's the same way, it's gotta be driven a little bit. What we've been doing, there's been no videos out, you say? Well, we've been working on the shop. Let me go out and show you right now. Got the M5 sitting out here sunbathing. Since we got that wood in there. So we second coated our siding on this side. I'm gonna side this over here, at least down to right there. And then our AC, our mini split will go probably up here somewhere, up out of the way, or maybe down there. We haven't decided yet. But we did put all the metal roofing on. We still got a few more screws to put on and some side trims to put in. It probably looks like this because of wide angle lens, but it's not. So that's all done both sides. We're rolling right along, but it's definitely a monumental amount of work. And then, like I told you before too, Thursday we're getting the straight pipes done on the M5. Also, you guys keep asking me over and over and over and over and over and over again what stain this is. You can see it's not quite dry yet, but almost. And this is the I actually got to custom order this stuff now because they quit selling it. This is the Olympic E-Light, the Mountain Oil, and that is Mahogany Blaze, is that red. And then this darker is just regular mahogany. We're using for all the trim. So in case you want to do that, you have to order that from Home Depot. I can't even put links to it for Amazon because all the stuff you can buy now is all water-based, and that's different stuff. So freaking hot here, I'm just pouring sweat. So in the next video, we have problems with the M5 with the key not working, the key fob. So the next video, we're going to go through that with ISTA and figure out if it's the diversity antenna, if there is a fuse, if it's the battery in the remote. I've already swapped that, I don't think that is. If the programming for the remote is messed up, at the solder points in the battery, you know, it's like on and on and on and on. There's literally 20 different things it could possibly be. We're gonna sort that next. A lot of you guys have that problem. How do I know you have that problem? Because you're always emailing me, telling me you have that problem. So I figure while we have a chance to do that, we'll get it fixed. I don't like driving that car with not being able to lock it with the remote because usually I try to carry the laptop with me just in cases, you know what I mean? And whatever else may be in it, you know, you don't want to leave it unlocked. Had to go to Walmart the day and had to leave it unlocked at Walmart, and it wasn't a good feeling having to dart in there, get my groceries and stuff and run back out. So we're gonna get that solved up. Other than that, we're just at a snail's pace right now because it's so hot. We're waiting on HVAC for the shop. Once we get that, we'll be back to videos of full steam. And I guess we're doing installation too, very, very soon, next day or two. Maybe even today. It's gonna be it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hope that gives you a little bit of insight on the IBS sensors. You know, it could be a lot of things. If your car is going dead at random or saying high discharge, definitely a look into if your battery seems to be okay. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a good day.